How often is that us? God, show yourself. Give me a sign. Give me something to let me know you're here. In Sunday's gospel reading from the 14th chapter of John, we heard this famous exchange between our Lord and St. Thomas. Jesus says, "Don't let your hearts be troubled. I've prepared a place for you so that where I am, there you may be also." Thomas asks how they can know the way, and Jesus gives that famous answer, "I am the way. I am the truth. I am the life." But this time, I found myself struck less by Thomas than by Philip's response to Jesus. "Lord, show us the Father, and we'll be satisfied." How often is that us? God, show yourself. Give me a sign. Give me something to let me know you're here. So a little under 2 years ago, I traveled to Trinidad in the Caribbean to visit my in-laws' family, to see where they'd grown up, meet parts of the family I hadn't met, and everything went well. We had a great time. But I came back. I even went to work the day we landed. I felt fine. But within a couple days, I found myself hospitalized with hemorrhagic dengue fever. I remember the moment that the doctor walked in and told me, I'm an infectious disease specialist. They've brought me in from another hospital because we think you have hemorrhagic dengue fever, this rare mosquito-borne illness. We're going to keep you here for several days because your immunity is shot, your platelet count is dangerously low, and so at any moment you could have an internal hemorrhage and need a blood transfusion or else bleed out. So at the ripe old age of 27, I had just been told that I could die at any moment. Maybe it's not quite the same context, but at this point in John's gospel, Jesus is preparing his disciples for his own death. And so I imagine that St. Thomas and St. Philip were experiencing some of the same shock that I was. Something happens when panic sets in, and everything you ordinarily know, the way you usually think, it all goes out the window. But our Lord says to Philip in this moment, "All right, I've been with you all this time, Philip. I know that you've seen the Father. I know you've seen God because you believe in me, but now you don't believe." But he gives him another option of sorts. He says, "If you don't believe, then believe me because of the works you've already seen." In other words, believe with your own two eyes. So as I was in the hospital, I can't describe the meaning that ordinary visits from people took on. My husband, God bless him, was bored out of his mind, but he sat in that chair beside my bed every hour of free time that he had. My family called and spent time on the phone with me, even as they were hours away in another state. My bishop and members of his staff were there to support in the exact same way. But in this really grace-filled visit, a parishioner of mine, Cheryl, someone I'm supposed to visit when she's sick, someone I'm supposed to care for and pray for, she cleared a day to come spend with me, and she brought greetings and prayers from the rest of the parish community. So in my shock, I was with Philip. "Lord, show me the Father, and I'll be satisfied. God, show me that this is all going to be okay." My faith was strong, of course, but it was frustrated at that time. But Jesus says, "Believe, and if you can't, then believe because of the works that I do." The church, my family, my parish, whose faith is entrusted to my care as a priest, became the sign that I needed. I found strength outside of myself. I received compassion from Christ. Christ did show me the Father as Philip had asked him, because of the love and prayers and presence poured out from the church. I think we all have those moments of facing reality in a way that shocks us, that frustrates us to the core despite everything we ordinarily believe and know. You've probably had a few of those moments. And what I've learned is to stop demanding signs and start looking at the works God is already doing through others. Start looking for the ways that Christ himself is already working to redeem your frustration, your unbelief, your doubt. Hear the words of comfort that Christ himself is already speaking, but on the lips of others. because that's the sign that Christ has already left us. It's the love of the church, the love of those we already love most. And I think it gives real credence to the way our Lord finishes this conversation. It says, "Those who believe in me will do the works that I do, and even greater works, so that the Father may be glorified." In that time of my life, I saw the Father in that week of frustration and longing, because others were already doing what I so long to see God do. And I think that if we really pray and pay attention, if you pray and pay attention, I think that you will too.